Hey guys, welcome to Lanie Cooks. On today's video, I'm going to show you how to make some Nuoc Mam for Banh Xeo, which is also known as the sizzling Vietnamese pancakes. Stay tuned. So here we are. I'm going to show you the ingredients I have for this sauce of mine. I have 1.5 lime, and the reason why it's this much is because I'm going to be making a good amount of it so that I can save it for later. I have here about 6 Thai chilies already cut up and cleaned, and then I have about a good 6 cloves of garlic. If you like garlic, add more. This is pretty much what I do for this batch of fish sauce. If you like less, just cut this in half. So normally my smaller recipe would be 1 lime, 3 or 4 Thai chilies. If I want it spicy, add more. If you want more garlic, add more. And then we have sugar. We have some Coco Rico. And then we have our fish sauce. This is the one that I'm going to be using to make our sauce in. Alright. So my recipe is super easy. First thing we are going to do is take our garlic, and if you guys invest in one of these, it's so handy. You can either use this or mortar and pestle, but this chops it up really fine. And for Banh Xeo, it tastes better when everything's just a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to add these in here. And then we are going to go ahead and turn this on, and then we're gonna let it go really good because I want this to be really small and fine. If you like yours chunkier, then just pulse it just for a few times and stop. If you like it chunky, you need to like do it and watch it here. But I like mine super small, so I'm gonna let it go till it gets like super. If you always wondered how the restaurant gets their little pepper and garlic really small, this is how, you guys. And they probably make it in big batches. So I'm going to scrape off the sides because we got some big chunks in here. As you can see, it's already getting to the point where I like it. This processor is $5 buy on Black Friday, and I've had this thing for over 10 years now, so it still works like a charm. Alright. Okay, see how fine that is? So one thing I forgot to mention is that hot water is very important to make our Nuoc Mam. And you can use warm or hot as long as it's hot enough to melt the sugar. And I got this from my coffee pot. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to add about 10 teaspoons of hot water. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, I'm going to add about 5 spoons, about 3 to 4 spoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, this is the crucial part of how to make Nuoc Mam, is how your ingredients for the garlic and pepper is going to stay afloat. Some people ask me, like, how do you get your pepper and garlic mixture to stay afloat? Because sometimes it sinks, and the reason why it sinks is because the sugar and water mixture is not mixed properly. And that sugar tends to weigh down the pepper and the garlic, so that's why it all goes to the bottom. So as long as you do this part correctly, melt your water and sugar where you don't see any more sugar particles, then you are good to go. Like I said, this is a very important part. Do not skip this step. Mix it until the sugar is dissolved. And I'm mixing mine with a spoon, but you can do this with a whisk or a fork. I think I'll add just maybe another spoon or so of the hot water. 1 or 2. Okay, as you can see, pretty much a lot of the sugar has already been mixed, dissolved. Alright, so now I'm going to take my fish sauce and we are going to pour about 10 teaspoons of sauce. It might sound a lot, but like I said, I'm making a big batch here just so that I can have some later, so that's why it's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's 9. And I'm going to open my other one. We are mixing 1 more teaspoon. And again, I said teaspoon, not tablespoon, guys. Okay. And that's 10. And then at the end, once all this is mixed up, you can adjust the fish sauce according to your taste. If you want the more saucy fish taste, then add more. Alright, so now I'm going to add a little bit of Coco Rico. And I add this just to have a little bit of coconut sweetness to it. It's optional, you don't have to add this, but I found it just made this Nuoc Mam taste a little bit better. So I'm just going to do about 2 teaspoons of this. That's it. Okay, now it's time for the lime. Easiest way to do this, guys, I like to sit here and give this a few rolls to soften up our lime a bit. It just makes the juice easier to come out. If you have a lime squeezer like I do, that helps too. This little tool right here comes in handy. If you're the type of person that don't like to squeeze lime, you know, this little thing comes in handy. I got it at the grocery store for about $5. Okay, let me cut this. I cut the ends of my lime off. We're going to cut that in half. And I'm going to go ahead and put it into my lime squeezer and let it help me out. We're going to use both half of the lime. Okay. I sit here and do it back and forth a few times just to make sure I get all the juice out of it. Okay, that's one. We're going to do the other half. The softer your lime is, the more you roll it on the counter, the easier the juice will come out. Okay. Alright. That part's done. Let's mix it up a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to add the garlic and pepper mixture. This is where all the flavor comes in. And as you will see, this will not sink to the bottom just because we mixed that sugar pretty well. See? It's already floating to the top. So if you didn't mix that sugar well, this is where everything will sink to the bottom because that sugar will weigh it down. So that is the magic trick to making good Nuoc Mam, you guys, is to be sure to mix your sugar and water very good. It's a must. That's so good. Okay. All right. There we go. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. We got good color. Got the nice golden color of the Nuoc Mam. And see how fine the pepper and the garlic is? This is exactly what you want. Right here. I'm going to try it. See if it's sweet enough, sour enough, or salty enough. And then I'm going to adjust it to my taste. I think I'm going to add a little bit more fish sauce. Let's see. And now I'm going to a smaller spoon, so I'm not going to be adding as much. This is like your coffee mixing spoon. So I got 1, 2, 3. There's a little bit more on the limey side, so just fix it to according to your taste of how you like it. Perfect. Okay. So there you go, you have it. This is how I make my dipping sauce for my Banh Xeo, which is also known as the sizzling Vietnamese crepes. I am going to let this sit on the table for about 45 minutes to an hour. Let the flavors mix together nicely, and then it'll be ready to eat with your spring rolls, your crepes, whatever it is. And then it's always good, you can store this up in a glass jar to about a good 2-3 months before it goes sour. So if you guys like this recipe, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see the recipe for my Banh Xeo and crepes, click on the link right above. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos like this. Bye guys.